This kid right here made $100 million at the age of 13. Make sure you watch till the end to find out what happened.
Hi.
What's goody?
And this is the story
Alex,
of how I made
teach me your
$100
ways.
million when I turned 13.
Do you hear that? He made $100 million at 13 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke right now.
See, my parents were really rich, but they never let me buy anything extravagant.
Okay, I get it. All right, so I guess you kind of got what he wanted though, but he didn't buy all the super expensive things. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story animation. I'm gonna need everybody to subscribe, slap the bell, and turn on those notifications. The Moose Army is trying to get to 2 million subscribers, and we're getting 7,000 people subscribing every single day. It's a pretty big stuff right here.
I kept asking for nice gifts, and they always said no, except for Christmas and my birthday.
That's how it should be, honestly. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, if you're born to a rich family and your parents are extremely rich, it's a great way to actually raise your kids. You know, that's how I would do it. I mean, imagine like you hand your kid from a young age everything. Like, what would happen when he gets older? Like, what's the point of him going to school or doing this or doing that? So I kind of get what's going on here.
To be around me.
Look at this
and
car,
I had a great
bro.
time in class. My classmates wanted to ride with me in the amazing car my dad had bought for me.
Oh, come on.
Really
You're
young,
telling me you
so
don't get
can
what you
imagine
want, but you
I
got a
didn't
sick
drive.
car.
I had a personal driver to make sure I got around safely.
He got
Now
a personal driver to drive him around.
Those kids like me because of my dad's money. One day, though.
So he's 13 years old, though. Don't forget. Just don't forget right now. 13 years old, and he's doing all this. It's pretty crazy, man. What were you doing at 13 years old, bro?
I was surprised to see Mom already waiting for me in the living room.
Wait, what?
She usually had a busy schedule,
Oh, man.
and I spent a few hours with my nanny before she arrived. Mom gave me this quiet look, and I immediately knew something was wrong.
That's not good.
She hugged me tightly and told me that my dad had passed away earlier that day.
Oh, no.
I was stunned. And he was a great man. He didn't deserve to pass away so soon. I missed a whole week of school, but eventually Mom convinced me I had to keep going.
I got you. I'll take care of you. It's gonna be all right.
It was hard, but I tried my best to put on a brave face. About a month
That's
after
tough,
Dad
dude.
died,
Especially at a young age.
I was informed about his will. Mom, of course, got a sizable part, but I was the main heir.
Oh, that's pretty
I
crazy.
didn't fully understand what that meant until the lawyer and my mom walked me through the details.
Interesting.
Dad had created a trust fund for me in case of his death. This included all his properties, except our main house and a cottage in the mountains my mom inherited.
A cottage in the
there
mountains,
was so
too.
much more. The yacht, the private
The
planes,
yacht,
and his
the
whole collection
private
of
jet,
ancient coins.
It's
The
collection
biggest
of
surprise, though,
coins?
was the bank account.
Woo!
It had more than $100 million in it.
Wait, so that's how you got $100 million at age 13? From a will?
And asked my mom if all of it
makes
was
sense.
true. She told me it was, and that I deserved it as his son.
What would you do with $100 million? Comment down below, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you would do with $100 million, and I'm gonna give you a shout out like these people right over here in the next video.
She explained there was nothing I should worry about. She was still the main shareholder in all Dad's companies, and she had more than enough to live comfortably for the rest of her life. Dad
So they're
would
pretty
never
much
leave
set.
her without a penny.
Now that's like, you know, that's one thing, being set with the money and stuff, but like the other thing is you gotta also enjoy your life even with the money. You know what I mean? That's super
I
important.
couldn't fully comprehend the sheer amount of money and properties I had inherited just a few days after my 13
years
birthday.
old.
It was
That's
heartbreaking
crazy.
to have lost my
Imagine.
dad.
Straight
I
up
was
boss
now
man,
a
bro.
multi-millionaire. I got a stipend of $1 million a year and would get the rest when I turned 18.
per year?
It was still an insane amount for a teenager.
And I
began spending a lot
that
of
is a crazy amount for a 13-year-old.
money on silly things.
I mean, by
My
the
mom
time you're
recommended
18,
I
you're
keep
gonna have
quiet
at
about
least
my
$5 million
inheritance,
right
but
there.
I was so foolish, I didn't listen. My friends began asking for loans, and worse still,
What?
so did my family. Not Mom, of course, but my cousins.
Oh man,
and
he's
uncles.
giving out all this money to
They
his
weren't
friends,
so well
bro.
off, and I wanted to help them. What I didn't realize was that they were taking advantage of me. They kept asking for $50,000,
What?
and then a few months later, begged for more. It seemed like they saw me.
You gave them $50,000 to your friends? Dude, what friend is gonna ask you for $50,000 at age 13? What could you be possibly doing with 50 grand at age 13?
I began to
That's like buying a car
comprehend
right
something
there.
fishy about all the sob stories they told me.
Sob
When
stories?
I turned 17 and entered my senior year of high school, I finally told my mom about all the loans and gifts I had given over the years. She was so angry.
No, he didn't tell his mom.
I had a talk with all of my family and forbade them from
Wow.
ever asking for anything from me again.
I was
So my
always
dude over
told
here
I
is
was
12
pretty
years
good.
old.
I guess it must be because I got into programming at a really
Oh,
young age.
okay,
But
all
I'm
right.
bragging. Anyways, I've been fascinated.
Kind of sounds like you're bragging, low-key. Yo, I'm really smart. I'm 12 years old. I got into programming.
By technology ever
C++,
since I was a kid.
CSS,
My
HTML.
parents
Pretty
entered
cool.
me into programming competitions and
Gotcha.
hackathons after I
So this
begged
kid is
and
12 years
pleaded
old and
with
going into
Well,
hackathon
they
and
weren't
programming
sure I'd
at a
be
young
able
age.
to win any of them. Not because
crazy.
they didn't believe.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Come on. Most of the guys signing up for those tournaments were far older than I was.
I believe in you, bro.
I would beat the competition and amaze.
Could you imagine like going into a hackathon where there's like 25-year-olds and stuff, and this kid's 12 years old comes in and builds his own little Minecraft program or something, and boom, he wins?
Both my folks and those judging the events.
You got
I
this,
loved
bro.
it. It was so much fun, and I learned so much. When the iPhone came out, I was amazed by it. Then the App Store.
I know, right?
And that's when everything changed for me. I began realizing that people got so addicted to those silly little games and how
so dude, this 12-year-old kid is straight up like seeing this entire evolution of, you know, the iPhone coming out, the smartphone, the apps, and he's getting into it early at age 12. This is the perfect time for him to be creative and build something really big. Now, speaking of building something really big, Moose Army, we're gonna hit 2 million subs very soon, and over 7,000 people watching this video are subscribing every single day. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe, join the Moose Army, and share this video with your friends and family.
So I wondered if I could
what would you do with all this money? Comment down below. If you had $100 million or you're a millionaire programmer,
such a fun way of challenging myself. And so
he wants to challenge.
Following 2 months working on an app all by myself.
2 months?
I had my best friends try it out first, and they absolutely loved it. They'd play it for hours at a time.
Wait, you got an iPhone at 12 years old? I got my first phone when I was 18. I bought it myself.
Me for advice on how to move forward faster, which I was more than glad to help them with. But as I began asking myself how to actually release it, I realized there was a major problem with my plan, and that was my age. You see,
come on, man, that's no big deal.
And I couldn't publish any app under my own name, not until I turned 18. I was so bummed at first. I had put so much effort into it, and it was a great product, but no one was going to
kind of sounds like an excuse. Just ask your parents, trust me.
For my friends, that was, but it didn't feel like enough. I talked to my parents that night, feeling really heartbroken.
Oh, here we go.
I explained how hard I had worked on it and asked them.
Dude, 100% they're gonna help you out.
To let me publish it under their names. We discussed the idea for a while, and I could tell they were a bit hesitant at first. But eventually, my dad gave me the same smile he offered me to let me enter all those hackathons.
Perfect.
Son, if you
so his dad is on his side. He's good to go.
That bad.
Bag
give it
secured.
A try, he told me, and I knew right then and there that I'd always have my parents' support.
That's
no
awesome.
matter how odd my ambitions might seem to them.
Yeah, I'd be grateful for that. Not many people have, support from their parents.
Teenager. And though I had always been precocious, I was still a child in their eyes. They worried about me and didn't want to expose me to the world too soon.
Dude, they're just
which
parents,
I
bro.
Understand. Still, they supported my dreams, and we published the app. Thinking
that
people would fancy it and that it would be a launching pad for me later on in life. Man, I never imagined what would happen next. My game became an overnight hit and almost immediately began paying off.
Congrats!
Money was pouring in at thousands a day. Every single hour, more and more people downloaded it. I had never felt happier before.
Dude, that's an amazing story. So this kid is like, super young. He's getting into a whole new industry. And when apps were coming out during the iPhone release and stuff, that was really, really big. So this kid's making young with cash money at age 12, bro. And he's just programming. And his parents are probably like, man, my son is doing a great job. How about you, Linda? Huh? What about you, Karen? What is your son doing? They're probably like flexing his son nonstop.
The reviews were so positive. And my parents were gleaming with pride.
Congratulations, bro.
The
Champion.
best part, though, was being able to give the money to my parents.
That is awesome. This kid's like
come from
paying for the parents' stuff.
My folks had to struggle to buy me just about anything we owned, and yet they always tried to give me the absolute best. They paid for my extracurricular
guitar
lessons,
classes, computer classes, language classes,
learning, and I was so thankful for all their effort. I wanted to give them back a bit of everything they had done to me through my life. And that
so he's kind of like paying back everything at age 12.
Eventually, the craziest thing happened. A big company contacted my father, who was supposed to be the game's creator. He called me into the living room that night and let me know about the offer that had been made.
They might get bought out.
I couldn't believe it. It was more money than I even imagined ever earning.
Yo, that's insane.
$1 million, and I was just a 12-year-old kid.
Hold on a second. You're making thousands a day and you're going to sell your app for $1 million. It sounds like an awful financial decision. I mean, if you're making over $2,000 to $3,000 a day, and that's about, what, $3,000 a day times 30, 90 grand a month, and 90 grand times 12, that's over $1 million per year, bro.
My dad made sure it wasn't some kind of scam, so we discovered that the business was absolutely legit. Of course, we accepted immediately.
They're
My father
undervaluing
told me
you.
how proud he was of me and how we'd save up most of it for my future.
Interesting.
I'd be able to go to my college of choice and get myself an apartment when I was old enough to live on my own. Of course, I agreed with all of that, but I also wanted to help my family, and I was finally able to do it before I even turned 13. My life absolutely changed after
Millionaire
that, and that game
before
truly
13.
became my launching pad to a better, more successful life.
So ladies and gentlemen, this kid, as you can see, became a millionaire at age 12 from just simply building an app and doing things early. You see, well, you know what that means? When you're young, try to do these kind of things like early. You know, if you have a passion for something, try to do it at a younger age, learn it, and then eventually after years of experience, you can possibly have that little hobby or whatever you're doing possibly making you some money, which is pretty awesome. I mean, that's kind of how I got started on YouTube. Like, I was just making videos for people. After 6 years of hard work, hashtag most quarantine is lit. Yeah! Well, it's been like 10 years, but still. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Always keep it 100 and let me know if you want to see another one of these videos. And if you comment down below, I'm going to give you a shout out in the next video. Like these people right over here. Anyways, I gotta go. Yeet. Woo!